yeah, even the escape room, I remember, it was like this horror escape room, and I was doing pretty well. Stacey was terrified.
Really?
I remember.
He's not here to defend.
Lights, camera, let's have some fun. It's time for Justin Hill plus one.
This is Justin Hill plus one, and RSVPing to the VIP lounge today is Aussie actor Joe Bird. Now, you might remember Joe from the scary movie Talk to Me, but today we're going to be catching up to chat about his new Aussie horror film Leviticus. We talk about the comparisons that everyone is making of this film to Heated Rivalry and why filming it in regional Australia just made it that much scarier. But I want you to stick around to witness the prank that Joe pulled on me that scared me so much that this interview was almost over before it started.
All right, now give me scared. Oh my God, you're so scared.
Okay, Leviticus, I want you to think It Follows meets a high-stakes small-town Aussie thriller. We see the story of two teenage boys, Naim and Ryan, who trigger a curse from a hyper-religious community, and they end up being hunted by a shape-shifting, violent entity. The absolute kicker is this monster takes the form of the person that they desire the most, and that's each other. Talk about the ultimate toxic relationship. I recently sat down with Joe, who plays Naim, and the writer and director of the film, Adrian Chiarella. Now, we talked about how Adrian decided it would be a good idea to put Joe and his co-star Stacey Clausen, who plays Ryan, in an escape room for a little bit of team bonding before they started shooting. Check it out. I wanted to talk to you, Joe, about what you did before you started filming the movie, and that was the escape room.
Yes,
and I
yes.
just thought, how horribly cruel of you to do that. Talk me through that process and what it was like and how it helped.
Yeah, well, Adrian, set up a lot of activities for me and Stacey to do together, and, we did the escape room along with, we held snakes as well.
What?
Yeah, we went and did that. We,
God, it's
we
real
also,
horror.
just hung out, and we went op shopping together and things
Yeah.
like that. But, even the escape room, I remember, it was like this horror escape room, and I was doing pretty well. Stacey was terrified. I remember.
He's not here to defend himself.
No, to be fair though, because at the very end, what happened was, it was like I was in this room and so was he, and then you had to touch a button on the other side, and I was like, oh, I was touching it in the room. Stacey, it wasn't working for Stacey, so I was like, let's switch. I do it. Door closes on him. He's stuck in this room by himself.
No.
And just crawl through a little tunnel. So to be fair, that might have been and there was some freaky statue in there probably that was making noises.
But you got me back because I remember after we wrapped, we went to one of those horror experiences, remember? And
Oh,
I was
yes.
really terrified when this
Yeah.
creepy clown was chasing us around and stuff. So yeah.
God, why are you doing this to each other? I mean, you're eat, sleeping and breathing this horror experience. But being that it was set and filmed in regional Australia, I think there's something about it. I am a regional kid, a regional queer kid. I grew up in Tassie. So for me, it took me back to a place where I was like, yeah, some of those feelings growing up as a queer kid in regional Australia were really uncomfortable.
It's what you spoke about, I think, feeling alone in that kind of world and feeling like you haven't found a community that you can be a part of yet, and what that can do to you and the kind of anxiety that can rise up in you at that point in your life. And we also were very conscious of not date stamping the film too much. You don't really see many of the characters' phones for too long. And you
It kind of feels like it could be in the 90s even.
It could feel like any, and we wanted to give everyone that sense of
was a
nostalgia.
period probably before you were born.
There was another century where people actually roamed there.
I love 90s music and movies.
It's all back again, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm like, I wore those jeans the first time around. Jeez, now you're making me wear them again. What do you think about the comparisons to this being spooky Heated Rivalry? I think that's hilarious.
I think what's great is that Heated Rivalry was such a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
Such just kind of broke into the mainstream, and I think that just goes to show that queer media, people want to watch it. People want to see those stories, and I think the Heated Rivalry boys, I think it's always good to see how they speak about that show and how proud they are of it. And I think it just goes to show that you just got to choose to be happy, positive, love, instead of hating certain things for no reason. That kind of makes sense. But I think it's a great comparison, but I also think Leviticus is his own thing as well.
Yeah, for sure. I think my takeaway from it is that I, as an older gay person, I find myself saying to people of all ages, you know, like these are films that you should watch. There's like Paris is Burning, and you know, there's like cultural things you need to understand where your favourite sayings come from, and like, you know, really do encourage people to do that. And I would add this to the list simply because it's like, it's so unique and it feels that space of horror, and you know, it's not always like, oh, this is so educational. I think that really truly I would say to people, watch this and maybe rewatch it so that you understand the themes and what's not being said to you in front of you. So I just think it's a wonderful piece. I think it will go down in history as something that a lot of queer kids and just people in general should watch. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for putting so much care and attention into it. It's
Thank
a
you.
wonderful film.
Thanks so much.
I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Now, if you know me, you know I am not great with scary movies, but let me set the scene for you. So I turn up to go and do this interview, and before I go into the interview room, they have like a fun little activity for us to do. It's a photo booth. So there's actually a moment in the film that takes place in the photo booth. So I was like, oh, this is cute, fun, let's get some content. What I didn't realise is that Joe was hiding on the other side of the curtain and about to give me the shock of my life. Watch for yourself.
All right, now give me scared. Oh my God, you're so scared.
I was waiting for you to do that. Still scared the shit out of me.
Well, I mean, you can kind of see your reaction in like the half of my
Hey,
face.
nice to meet you.
Oh God, guys, I'm too old for stuff like that.
Well, I heard you were game, and I was like, well, I'm bringing it.
Well,
Yeah.
I was like preparing myself, and then I closed my eyes at one point, and I'm like, that was a dumb idea. Why did you close your eyes? Well, that is it for this episode of Justin Hill Plus One. A big thank you to my plus one today, Mr. Joe Bird. You can catch Leviticus in cinemas on June 18. And if you want a front row seat to the biggest names in the business and all the red carpet moments that you won't see anywhere else, get your permanent VIP pass by subscribing and following so you never miss an episode. Drop a review and let me know in the comments who my next plus one should be. And until next time, stay gorgeous and remember, your name is always on the guest list.